Today's Bible story comes from Mark chapter 7, and it reads, Some people brought Jesus a man who was deaf and could hardly talk and begged Jesus to place his hand on him. Now I'm going to go out on a limb and reinterpret what's going on here in light of Mother's Day. Because the hero of the story is this deaf mute dude's grandma, who was never mentioned in the Bible, by the way. So I'm just going to add her in here. So back to Mark chapter 7, where all the neighbors are spreading the tea, gossiping that Jesus is back in town. They gather anybody and everybody who was blind, crippled, deaf, diseased, and they stack them in the middle of the road where basically you cannot miss them. Like if you're passing through, you're going to walk right into a group of people who are sensory challenged. Jesus, strolling through town, obviously comes across these folks who can't see, can't hear, can't speak, can't talk. And he's like, what's this? And the crowd is like, Jesus, do your thing. You know you're. And basically, the crowd wants to see a show. And the Bible says that Jesus, feeling like a total circus freak, takes a deep sigh. Man, another deaf man. And then he sticks his finger in the man's ears and says, be opened. And he's commanding this deaf mute dude to be open and willing to express himself despite what the world throws at him. He isn't giving the man the ability to speak. He's giving the man the courage to speak. The miracle is never doing something, it's the courage to do it. Anybody can do anything. Who has the courage to do it? All those years that deaf dude was deaf, he was afraid of what he might hear when people told him what they thought of him. And all those years he was mute, he was afraid of what people would do once they heard him speak. Meemaw, the deaf mute dude's grandma, is right there standing on Jesus's coattails. The whole crowd is in suspense. He's barely spoken 3 words in his life. Meemaw gazes into her grandson's face and says, forgive yourself for everything you didn't say. Live for today. And the deaf mute man's first words are, just blow dry. Do this instead. Pull the hair from the root and point, because this adds volume and keeps your hair from getting flat in high humidity. Meemaw is so happy. She's never heard her grandma speak before, and she's like, is that from the Queer Pioneer Anthem? And the deaf mute dude is nodding. He's like, I have so many hair and makeup tips. And now at last, because of Jesus, I can speak my truth about why less is more when it comes to layering your foundation on top of primer and sunscreen, especially when you're contouring. Grandma, at your age, you don't need concealer. You need a spray-on tinted moisturizer that coats your skin, not cakes it. And Meemaw is like, you speak perfect. Nearby are the Pharisees, the hot MAGA-wearing, hat-wearing Instagram influencers who are raging bull mad that Jesus is in town healing all the deaf mutes. Worse yet, the other sensory challenged folks who Jesus heals band together, calling themselves the Theater of the Oppressed. And they're producing a musical called Miracle Man. The costume director is a former blind man who Jesus healed. And he goes all out with color, like too much color. But it's the first time he's seen color before. And he doesn't know it doesn't look good. He only knows you can actually look at it because you're not blind. The dance choreographer The dance choreographer is a former paraplegic who Jesus heals, and he goes all out with the dancing, like too much dancing, because it's the first time he's danced in his life. He doesn't know he's not a good dancer, but he only knows he can actually dance. He's not paralyzed. The choir director is this former deaf gal that Jesus heals, and she goes all out with the singing, like way too much singing. It's the first time she's ever sang before. She doesn't even know she's singing out of tune. She only knows she can actually sing because she can hear herself. One of the Pharisees tells Jesus, "Oh, it's killing me to watch and listen to this." And Jesus replies, "If it's killing you, that's part of you that needs to die. Do you want me to make you blind and deaf so that you don't have to?" And the Pharisees like, the theater of the oppressed rename themselves into the theater of the abundantly blessed. And every night is audience participation night. Hey-oh, uh-oh. It doesn't matter if you were blind and this is the first time you can see. Doesn't matter if you're mute. This is the first day that you can sing. It doesn't matter if you were paralyzed and this is the first day that you can walk. Everybody's welcome. Mima's leading the pack. Everybody's turning their negative juju into positive vibes. Okay, so are you ready? You want to do this with me now? Go ahead and stand up. We're going to do our mantras, okay? You ready? Here we go. I cast out doubt. I cast out doubt. 3 times. I cast out doubt. Moving to the next one. I am making progress. I am making progress. I am making progress. Next one. Today I commit. Today I commit. Today I commit. Next one. I'm going to live in gratitude. I am going to live in gratitude. I'm going to live in gratitude. Next one. I am receiving. I am receiving. I am receiving. The next one. I am rich in all ways. I am rich in all ways. I am rich in all ways. Now we're going to do this one. I am abundantly blessed. I am abundantly blessed. I am abundantly blessed. Okay, great. You did it. You did your movement mantras.